Hi. So this is a bit. Hi. So firstly, I just got home and I'm wet. It's raining heavy outside, so excuse my wet, frizzy hair. I just want to make a quick video on the difference between service dogs, emotional support animals, and therapy animals. Um, there's quite a lot of videos already discussing this, but somehow there's still a ridiculous amount of people that just don't seem to have a clue. So service animals first, that they are task trained to help one person who has a disability or illness for which they need help each day from their dog. So that usually it would take around 2 years for them to be properly trained, and um, they my brain's not working. They have full public access rights. They can go basically anywhere their handler goes, except things like a surgery ward in a hospital, like things like that. Although they can go in hospitals, it's just like the sterile areas, they can't go in there. They also can't be in a food preparation area, so they can go to a restaurant, but they cannot be in the kitchen. But I mean, a lot of restaurants and stuff, like the staff will try and say no dogs allowed because they're food. That's not true. They can't do that. They have to let you out. Um, Also, the dog cannot go anywhere else. I mean, it can't go anywhere that the pets aren't allowed unless it's with its handler. So basically, like the animal doesn't have the rights; it's the handler that has the rights. So even though it's a task trained service dog, unless it's with its handler, it does not have access rights. It's only when it's with its handler and is working. Also, a lot of people seem to think that only blind people can have service dogs. There is a lot more. It's like poking my pen into my hand. There's a lot more different kinds of service dogs. Like um, you have like ones that help like physically disabled people. You have diabetic alert dog, seizure alert dog, even migraine alert dog, autism dogs. Um, there's so many different things that you can have a service dog for, and so many different kinds of tasks. Like it'd be like mobility tasks or like the medical alerts, um, picking up items, just all sorts. Or one that seems to be a favourite among like psychiatric service dogs is be like deep pressure therapy or DPT, where the dog like pushes its weight down on you, like across your lap or whatever, and basically it helps calm you down and stuff. That seems to be a very popular one. My dog can't do that because he's too small, but when I get my lab, that will be doing that for me. My dog's an autism dog, for anyone who doesn't know. It's just a very small version of one. Also, for like a PTSD dog, they could do things like checking rooms or like switching on lights. Like if they're having a nightmare, I can wake the person up and switch on the light. So there's just all sorts that these dogs can do for people. But emotional support animals, they're prescribed by a mental health professional. I hate looking at the camera, so my eyes are everywhere. So they're prescribed by a mental health professional, and it's basically a pet. Like they don't need any training or anything. They don't have any access rights. Like they can't go like to shops and stuff. They are allowed in pet-free housing. You just need like a letter or something to say that it's an emotional support animal. That's it. They used to be allowed on flights, but too many people took the piss, so it's no longer allowed. Also, there's websites that sell IDs for emotional support animals, but that's just a straight up scam. So, I mean, if you're trying to get your pet to become an emotional support animal, do not buy it an ID. I don't know why I'm waving my pen around. I'm just fidgety. Yeah, so don't buy it an ID. You don't need that. It's just fake. You just need like a doctor person to basically prescribe it to you. Also, a lot of people buy like an ID and a vest for their emotional support animal, which is stupid because you can't take it to non-pet friendly places anyway, so there's absolutely no reason to buy any kind of vest or harness that says emotional support animal because it can't go anywhere anyway, so what is the point? Well, unless you just want it to wear that when you're walking it in the park, but I mean, what is the point? Like, it doesn't make any sense. You're just wasting money. Don't do it. If you want an emotional support animal, it's fine. I think they can be very helpful to a lot of people. Um, they're not. I'm in the UK. Like they're technically not a thing here. But well, I would consider my first dog to basically have been an emotional support animal. Like obviously she wasn't officially one because they're not a thing here, but And I didn't need her to be one anyway because I'm allowed dogs in my flat. But I mean, she was like she helped me, like, just by her presence, she helped me. So yeah, I would have considered her that. And therapy animals, I don't know a whole lot about them, but well, I mean, they go, like, basically a therapy animal is, it's also basically a pet, but it goes to like hospitals, hospices, care homes, like places like that, and basically it provides comfort to a group of people, kind of the same way an emotional support animal would, except it's for a group of people rather than just for its owner. Um, Now this is a bit I'm not sure about. I think that they have to get like a little bit of training, like just to make sure that they're going to be okay around a group of people. And I think they also get an ID card, which you don't get with a service dog or an emotional support animal. But I'm pretty sure you do get that with therapy animals. Um, can't breathe. Yeah, so basically, like I said, like, I could be wrong about that, but I really don't know a whole lot about therapy animals except that they comfort a group of people. But I'm pretty sure they do have to have a little bit of training. They definitely have to have a behaviour assessment anyway, you know, just to make sure they're safe for whatever they're going into. Yeah, so that's about it. I just want to quickly go over all of that because so many people are still, can't speak, still clueless about it. Like, people ask me if my dog's a therapy dog. Like, no, he's not going anywhere to comfort a group of people. Just wanted to add, I forgot to say that service animals can only be dogs or miniature horses, whereas for emotional support animals, it can be absolutely anything you want. Like, sometimes you get people saying like, "Oh, I've got a service cat." No, you don't. You might have a cat that helps you in some way, but it's not a service animal. So yeah, but by law it has to be a dog or a miniature horse. That's it. No other animal can be a service animal.